Hidden beneath a dusty hill in southeastern Turkey lies a place that shouldn't exist. It's older than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge, older than farming itself. A series of massive stone circles, carved, placed, and then deliberately buried. No villages. No writing. No explanation. This is Göbekli Tepe. And it's not just the oldest temple ever found. It may be a message from a lost world. A world that was buried. On purpose. You're watching Origins Lost. This is episode 1 of our Forgotten Cities miniseries. In 1994, a Kurdish shepherd named Savak Yildiz was tending his flock near the top of a barren hill. The sun beat down on the Anatolian plain and the wind carried nothing but the sound of sheep and distant birds. But that ordinary day changed history forever. As Savak wandered, his eye caught a stone jutting from the dry soil, unusually flat, oddly smooth. He knelt, brushing away the dirt, and saw carvings. Lines, shapes, maybe even a figure. It was nothing like the rocks scattered across the fields. Uncertain, he reported his find to the local museum. Archaeologists arrived, but their verdict was swift. They declared it a medieval cemetery, marked their notes, and left. The stone, and its secret, might have been lost forever. But fate intervened. Months later, a German archaeologist named Klaus Schmidt visited the site. Instantly he saw what others had missed. This was no grave marker, this was a megalith. Evidence of something far older and far stranger. Excavations began. As layers of earth were peeled away, a vast network of stone circles emerged. Pillars standing silent, arranged in mysterious patterns. Each new discovery deepened the enigma. Radiocarbon dating confirmed the impossible. These stones were nearly 12,000 years old. The world of Savak Yildiz, a world of shepherds and rolling hills, had been built atop the ruins of a civilization lost to time. And now, for the first time in millennia, the stones of Göbekli Tepe were seeing the light of day. But what secrets did these stones hold? What messages had the ancients carved into their silent surfaces? To answer that, we must look closer at the language of the stones themselves. The site includes more than 20 circular enclosures, though only a few have been fully uncovered. Each one has twin central pillars flanked by smaller ones, forming a ring with built-in benches. The pillars, some weighing 10 to 20 tons, were carved from limestone and transported uphill from a nearby quarry. Many are decorated with high-relief images: foxes, snakes, wild boars, vultures, bulls, scorpions, spiders. Some have arms and hands etched into the sides, folded across the chest, suggesting these weren't just stones. They represented beings. One pillar even shows a headless human figure with an erect phallus, surrounded by predators. Others show symbols that appear across ancient civilizations: H-shapes, belts, and what some call handbags. This isn't random art. This is a symbolic language, and we still don't know how to read it. So far, archaeologists have excavated less than 10% of the site, but what's been found already includes over 3,000 flint and obsidian tools, carved stone basins and troughs, likely for ritual use or feasting, burnt animal bones from mass slaughter events, grinding stones and cereal phytoliths, evidence of wild grain processing, and strikingly, no signs of homes, burial sites, or domestic life within the sacred enclosures. This wasn't a place to live. It was a place to gather, to worship, and possibly to record. Pillar 43, known as the Vulture Stone, may hold the key. Pillar 43 is carved with a collection of strange, precise symbols. A vulture carrying a round disc, a scorpion, a headless human, and birds arranged around geometric shapes. Above them, the handbag motif, seen at other ancient sites from Sumer to Mesoamerica. Some believe these symbols form a celestial code, an ancient star chart recording a catastrophic sky event. One prominent theory suggests the stone depicts the Younger Dryas impact, a comet strike that triggered a global mini-ice age around 10,800 BCE. If true, this would make the Vulture stone the oldest known astronomical record on Earth, etched in limestone to survive fire, flood, and time itself. Mainstream archaeologists view Göbekli Tepe as a ritual sanctuary built by hunter-gatherers before the development of agriculture. They propose seasonal gatherings brought tribal groups together to share stories, trade goods, and perform religious rites. These communal efforts may have sparked the first steps toward settlement and farming. If true, this rewrites our understanding of human history. It suggests religion, spirituality, was not a byproduct of civilization. It was the seed. But this view also demands we believe something remarkable. That scattered nomads with no farming, no math, and no cities. Organized labor, designed stone architecture, carved complex reliefs, and aligned it all with celestial markers. And when they were done, they buried it. But what if there's another explanation? For some biblical scholars and forbidden researchers, Göbekli Tepe fits a much older account, one found in Genesis 6. In that text, the sons of God descend to earth and take human wives, producing a hybrid race known as the Nephilim, giants, men of renown, corrupted in both flesh and knowledge. The Book of Enoch expands this story further. The celestial rebels known as the Watchers teach humanity forbidden arts, metallurgy, enchantment, astronomy, warfare. Things they were never meant to know. Many believe Göbekli Tepe was built under this influence. Not just a temple, but a pre-flood monument, a portal of worship, a center of encoded power, possibly led by hybrids. And that raises unsettling questions. Was it buried to conceal it? Was the burial an act of judgment? Or of preservation? Was it an ancient effort to seal away forbidden knowledge? Or did later survivors simply try to cover the traces of a world they no longer understood? We still don't know. But maybe the stones themselves were trying to tell us. Because the more we study Göbekli Tepe, the more the sky comes into focus. The site may have been more than a spiritual center. It may have been a stellar observatory, or something far more precise. Researchers studying Enclosure D noted its alignment with the heliacal rising of Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, a signal of rebirth in ancient Egypt. Some believe the enclosures correspond with constellations: Scorpius, Sagittarius, Leo, and others. Arranged not at random but in relation to a shifting sky, Pillar 43's comet depiction ties directly into the Younger Dryas impact theory, suggesting the builders remembered a cataclysm and warned of it through symbols. Even the mysterious handbags could represent the arc of the heavens, or the transmission of forbidden knowledge from above. It's not just architecture, it's encoded astronomy. If true, Göbekli Tepe is not a prehistoric anomaly. It's a cosmic archive. Yet the biblical model, as compelling as it is, brings its own unanswered questions. There are no unearthed bones of giants. Not here, not yet. No pillar bears the name of a watcher. No unmistakable religious altar links the site directly to the Nephilim story. Critics say the silence of the stones argues against divine or hybrid builders. But that silence cuts both ways. The mainstream model can't explain how a society with no cities, no organized agriculture, and no metallurgy build something this complex, coordinated, and precise? And it raises another strange issue. The deepest layers are also the most advanced. The farther down we dig, the more sophisticated the design becomes. Neither camp holds the full truth in hand, but both stand on clues, shadows, and implications, tracing a mystery that may go deeper than anyone's ready to admit. And that's where the trail goes quiet, because the digging has all but stopped. After Klaus Schmidt's sudden death in 2014, progress at Göbekli Tepe slowed to a crawl. Officially, the Turkish Ministry of Culture says the focus is now on preservation. Viewing platforms have been installed. Tourist foot traffic has skyrocketed. And they claim further excavation risks damaging fragile structures. But that claim comes with a contradiction. To protect the site, the government authorized construction of a massive canopy, a modern steel structure drilled directly into the sacred hilltop. And not just around the edges. Anchoring bolts and supports were sunk deep into unexcavated areas, with no archaeological survey of what lay below. If preservation was truly the goal, then drilling into potential ruins for a tourist structure is more than short-sighted. It's hypocritical, or worse. It's intentional. Some archaeologists objected, others resigned, and a new wave of suspicion began to spread. Was this just clumsy oversight? Or was it a subtle physical form of sealing the unknown, destroying what remains buried before it can even be found? Whether for control, political reasons, or something deeper. 90% of Göbekli Tepe remains untouched beneath the ground. And some believe the oldest secrets are now buried twice. Once by the ancients, and once again, by us. So what makes more sense? That nomads before the wheel spontaneously invented astronomy and complex construction? Or that Göbekli Tepe is a relic of a lost civilization? Possibly one guided by beings the Bible calls the Watchers? The evidence is not complete, but it's enough to challenge the official timeline. Göbekli Tepe doesn't fit the story we've been told. It breaks the timeline. It rewrites the rules. And most of it is still buried. Only a fraction of this site has been unearthed. More rings lie hidden beneath the hill. And beneath them, may be the truth. If you're ready to explore the deeper implications behind Göbekli Tepe, we've linked two powerful resources in the description. One that challenges mainstream history, and one that decodes Genesis 6 through a biblical lens. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more forbidden sites, lost cities, and ancient secrets. Because the truth is never lost, only hidden.